We're going to go over this week's market review, in particular the trades and patterns that we saw this week, but also more specific, the patterns that I took for my trades, show you how consistent you can be trading just 60 minutes a day. This really is the best training solution for day traders, especially if you're new to the market, because this will allow you to trade a very minimal amount of time in the market, but have the support and tools and resources you need to learn a simple strategy that's very consistent. The first day today, this was Monday, January 10th, we actually had 3 setups, and this was a much better market coming in after the holidays, but we had 3 trades going on here. 3 patterns. I actually only took the first and second pattern here. The first one was a loss. Now, I made a little mistake here, and I actually let this come back and take me out for a much greater loss than I usually do. I was attempting to hold out to see if it was just fluctuation. It had gone about 3 ticks against me, and then it swung back real fast and took me out further than my normal stop loss. So I lost 14 ticks off of this trade. I came back on the second trade and made 15 ticks going short, and called it a day. I closed down my charts just because I didn't want to get into a psychological spiral of losing, and just wanted to play it safe. But we had another real good pattern right here develop, trade 3, which I wish I could have taken hindsight, but you can't look at it like that. You just do with the best you can and take what the market gives you. But our members were able to take this trade, and they did really well on Monday, so it was a good day. But I ended up just 1 tick positive over here, which isn't bad at all. Then you can see the orders here. I'm showing you the orders so you know that I really did take these trades here. The second day, I only took 1 of 2 signals here. We had 2 small trades develop, and I took 1 here and hit 8 ticks for going short off of the first trade. The second trade was there but didn't run terribly far, although it was there and ran enough to make a small profit on. The next day, again, we only had 1 signal the first hour of the market. But this is really just the first hour, so there were other signals throughout the day. But the best time to trade really is the first hour of the market. The next best time is the second hour, or the last hour of the market. But we only had 1 signal here. I was able to take this trade, and I came out with 9 ticks on that going short. And you can see my orders there. We had a little slingshot pattern in the entry there. The next day, we had 2 setups. This was now Thursday. I took the first trade here and only made a half point or 5 ticks on this. The second trade I passed on because I could tell that the market was really in a tight range, and I wanted to avoid trading in that range because I didn't feel like it had the activity and the momentum enough to break it. But still was a good trade, enough to make a little something on. And that's really been the theme of this week, is trading in the ranges, because again, you can see, well, there's my orders there. On Friday, again, today actually, we had another pretty tight range going on. This was a day you had to be patient because it really took about 30 minutes before the market got enough of movement to produce a pattern for us. But we had the first trade here. I actually made 10 ticks on that trade, and I missed the second trade, my own fault, but I did take the third trade and came in going short, making 5 ticks there, and ended with 15 ticks for today. So this has really been a lower producing week for me. In general, I'm usually hitting 10 to 15 ticks a day. But in this case, we had a lot of ranges going on, and I can't really tell you why, but that's what we were having. And so some of these trades were coming out with smaller profits than we generally see. But totaled 38 ticks for the week. And if we look at, well, there are my orders there. If we look at the results here, to give you a perspective as far as what this means in money, if you're trading 1 contract, it takes $500 of margin to trade a contract on the E-mini Russell here. That's $380 gross. That's not including commissions that will be taken out of this, but the goal is to learn to do this with one contract. And as you slowly develop the skill you need to trade well and the consistency, then you can slowly start adding contracts. When you trade 2 contracts, it simply doubles the profit here. You now have 760 out of 38 ticks. 3 contracts, 1140. 4 contracts, 1520. You can see the power in this, and this really can become a very powerful supplemental income. But what we've got here now is the process to do this really requires a knowledge in 3 areas. You need to have a good strategy, which we can teach you, a simple strategy that works. People make trading more complicated than it has to be sometimes, but the key is to find a strategy that fits your goals, fits your personality, and fits your comfort level. Otherwise, you'll never have the confidence you need to trade that strategy successfully. You also need a strategy that's average win is greater than its average loss and wins more than it loses. So ultimately the probabilities are in your favor each time you take a trade that it's going to win more than it loses. So you need to have a good understanding of a strategy that works. You have to understand the psychology behind trading, because there's a lot that goes on emotionally and mentally behind the game here. When you're dealing with probabilities, the human mind is not programmed to think with probabilities, to think like a good trader needs to think, and you have to approach the market objectively and not give in to emotion. We can teach you how to do that. And then third, you have to understand key money management techniques. These are techniques that will keep you safe. Good risk management, because trading is more about risk management than it is about making money. When you practice good risk management, then the money follows. But once you have an understanding in all of these areas, then it just takes time, practice, and patience, because you've got to develop the skill of being a trader. Being a trader is really a good trading is half art, half science. The science is all 3 of these components that you learn, study, and internalize, but the art of it comes from pure practice and experience in the market. We can teach you how to do all that. If you want more information on a program, come to learntowintrading.com, or you can give us a call. We'll be happy to guide you through our free day trading crash course, which is a series of videos that will show you what our strategy is all about, so that you can understand and make the decision if this is the type of strategy that will fit your personality, comfort level, and your goals, so ultimately you can be successful learning the approach that we take to the market. If you have any questions, please contact us. We'll be happy to help, and we'll see you there.